And good afternoon, everybody. At the outset, I would like to thank my teacher, Srimati Akhila Kumar, and BBB faculty. Are we good? Okay. Uh, for giving me opportunity to present in this esteemed form. With my best regards to all my teachers and colleagues, I'm presenting my research on the role of Darakarak in marriage through Gemini system. I'm presenting my research based on more than 100 horoscopes analyzed and studied by best of my knowledge and experiences, and also from Astrology with rating A and AA rating horoscopes. So following categories are the role of Darakarak in the marriage as covered in the sisters. One category is multiple marriage. Second category is delay and denial marriage. Third category is happy and long-lasting marriage. In Gemini, planets become Karakas. There are 7 planets except Rahu and Ketu. The planet having lowest longitude become Darakarak. Dara means wife. So Darakarak is Karak of 7th house. All the significations of 7th house comes under the purview of Darakarak, like marriage, long-term relationships, spouse, legal ties, success in love affairs, reproductive fluids, genitals, characters and behavior of spouse, sexual intercourse, potency, business partner, trade, foreign travel, honor and reputation abroad, generosity, respect, path prapti, enemies in open, public image, popularity and danger to longevity, etc. If Darakarak is afflicted in the Kundali, then the person may experience difficulties in the subjects related to the 7th house. Before sharing the analysis of my work, I'm giving some information on the characteristic of planets in the house through classics and also their characteristics in the modern context when those planets become Darakarak. So as per classical, when Sun is placed in 7th house, it's give the result devoted to family and affection for wife. When Moon become Darakarak and placed is not Darakarak, when Moon is placed in 7th house, it gives a caring and loving wife. When Mars is in 7th house, it gives multiple relations and slender of lineage. When Mercury is in 7th house, it gives attraction towards other spouse. When Jupiter is in 7th house, then it loves own wives and give loyalty. And when Venus is in 7th house, then your partner will be very sensual. And when Saturn is in 7th house, it gives attraction towards bad or condemned women. When 7th out in 7th house, it gives virtuous spouse. These are all from the classicals. So now the character of different planets as Darakarak in modern context. So what kind of spouse does a person desire? The following planets when become Darakarak indicate the kind of spouse a native desire. So when Sun become your Darakarak, the native desire to have a spouse with good leadership quality, confident, steadfast, and high self-respect. Sun indicates status, ego, and position. So Darakarak Sun also indicates a partner from high social status and position. Moon as Darakarak. Spouse can be very emotional, caring, home-loving, and soft-hearted. In case Saturn or Rahu afflicts this moon, it will give selfish tendency, jealousy, etc. Moon is also a family-oriented planet. So Darakarak moon will make your partner adaptable. Mars as Darakarak. The spouse can be very headstrong and competitive nature. Negative traits of Mars like fighting, abusing, etc. will be more prominent if Mars is afflicted by planets like Saturn and Rahu. But if it is being aspected or conjuncted by benefics, it will show its courage and dynamism in good work. Mercury as Darakarak. Mercury indicates a very talkative, friendly, fun-loving, and intelligent spouse. Mercury is the planet of youthful energy. Native wants a partner who can be his friend. So Darakarak Mercury, when afflicted, it can make a spouse very fickle-minded and will not get into serious relationships. Venus as Darakarak, the native wants a spouse who will be very romantic, beautiful, artistic, and refined in nature and sensual. He or she will be very much interested in taking care of his looks and beauty. The spouse will be spendthrift and will like to spend on luxurious things. The Jupiter as Darakarak. Darakarak Jupiter indicates a spouse who will be very loyal, honest, moral, religious, optimistic, and status driven. When you have Jupiter as Darakarak, you will give more importance to the character of your spouse than look or any other things. Also, you seek a partner who will be inclined towards religion and spirituality. Saturn as Darakarak. When Saturn becomes your Darakarak, native like to have a mature partner who is very committed in relationships. Saturn is least romantic planet, but very loyal to the partner. Saturn is planet of maturity and practicality and also rigidity. So Saturn as Darakarak indicate that the partner will be very grounded, humble, and practical. It is good for long-lasting relationship. So the first point is parameter of multiple marriage and relationship. So first parameter is this, and the Dara, there are few numbers I have mentioned. I'm going to present that. The Darakara gives multiple marriages when, point number one, Darakarak is exalted and Darakarak is placed in 11th house. Darakarak is in dual sign. Darakarak as Mercury is potent to give multiple marriages. It is planet of instability and fickle-minded, which never settles, even if posited alone in 7th house without affliction. Darakarak when aspected by many planets. Darakarak when Gyatikarak and Amatyakarak. Darakarak with Gyatikarak. This I have found in my research that people had relation at their workplaces while doing job, or those were relations with benefits only. So in some cases, Darakarak was an Amatyakarak and Gyatikarak sign. Darakarak when placed in 6 at 12 houses, and it means Dusthana houses, and making connection with planets or Karakas caused in 6 at 12 houses. Darakarak when conjunct with malefics. Darakarak moon with Mercury influence. Darakarak when a malefic. Darakarak in 9th house with malefic influence. Darakarak with Uttakarak. Darakarak when become retrograde. Darakarak when debilitated and having Nijbhang yoga. In this case, first marriage broke up because of Darakarak's debilitation, but they remarried soon after divorce due to the cancellation of debilitation. Darakarak and Atmakarak Rashi exchange. In some cases, Matakarak was also afflicted in multiple marriages. So these were the parameters of multiple marriages. Now I'll come to the point at delay and denial marriage. So point number one, when it gives delay or denial, the first point is Darakarak relation with Bhatrakaraka. Darakarak placement in 9th house, 7th lord as Bhatrakaraka, planet placed in 7th house as Bhatrakaraka. Darakaraka when become Jupiter or connected with Jupiter. Darakaraka in Papkar 3. Darakaraka with malefics in 3-9 axis creates problem in marriage, even denial as well as in some cases. This is the complete research that 3-9 axis was coming again and again in delay and denial marriages. Darakaraka and Amatyakaraka, when these are the combination, then it gives career-oriented and image-conscious natives. So such a native had delayed marriage because they were more focused on their professions. So Bharatiya is the Karaka of 9th house. It represents love, father, one's good karma, ethics, religious instincts, spiritual inclination, higher learning, and values. So first, I would like to tell something about 9th house role in case of no marriage. After research, it is found that there was no marriage mostly in the cases where Darakarak was placed in 9th house or aspecting 9th house with affliction. Also, where 7th lord became Bharatiya and placed in either in 9th house or in either in 7th house or in 9th house. So Darakaraka, when too strong in horoscope, under influence of Bharatiya, it is observed that these people had discreet love affairs, but they could not find good base for marriage, mainly because of their family's interference, obligate rigidness, or their own expectation in spouse, such as loyalty, social values, high education, and cultured family, etc. In some cases, they are very conscious about their social image, or they are too idealistic, which is role of Darakaraka or 9th house. Such natives remain busy in the social welfare causes and spend their whole life in doing social work. Same reasons are found where Jupiter is Darakarak, connected with Bhatrakaraka or 9th house. Jupiter is seen afflicted in cases where formal marriages does not happen. In some cases, Bhatrakaraka role is observed in unconventional marriages, where Bhatrakaraka was with Darakarak with affliction in 3-9 axis or in 7th house. So there is a small note I have written that it is also observed that after waiting for ages, when they got the spouse of their own choice, they led and enjoyed a happy and long-lasting married life. This was the case of delay marriage. So the third point is parameter of happy marriage and long-lasting marriage. When Atmakaraka and Darakarak are in mutual relationship, it gives happy and long-lasting married life. Atmakaraka and Darakaraka have exchanged signs. Atmakaraka connection with seventh house or seventh lord. Many benefits as planets aspect in Darakarak. This yoga gives some trouble initially, but gives also attachment with the spouse and hence leads to happy and long married life. Darakarak in 11th house, needing get gain from marriage. Darakarak in good relation with Matrakaraka. Matrakaraka well placed in 7th house. Mars and Moon as Darakarak. It gives too much attachment with the spouse. Darakarak and Putrakaraka, when mutually connected, gives love marriage and also indicate attachment with the spouse. In some cases, Mercury as Atmakaraka was good for happy married life when connected to 7th house and aspected by Atmakaraka. Now I have taken the example horoscope of Srimati Indira Gandhi. So the Darakarak role in the horoscope late Srimati Indira Gandhi. Her Darakarak is Sun. Darakara Sun, as I mentioned earlier, that it gives represent a spouse who has good leadership quality, confidence, is steadfast, and good social status and position. So Mr. Firoz Gandhi, her husband, was an Indian freedom fighter, politician, journalist, and published newspapers such as the National Herald and the Navjivan. He served as a member of provincial parliament between 1950 and 1952, and later a member of the Lok Sabha, the lower house of India's parliament. Darakarak Sun is conjunct with Putrakarak Mercury in Scorpio sign, which shows secret love affairs. She married of her own choice. Darakarak Sun is positive in Bharatiya Mars sign, and both have exchange sign. As explained earlier, Bharatiya's influence gives opposition, interference from family members. Her father was not in favor of this marriage, due to which it got delayed for some time. Bharatiya can also give unconventional marriage. It gave her unconventional marriage due to Rashi exchange of Darakarak and Bhatrakarak and aspect of Yatikarak moon. Her husband was Parsi. She did not have a good married life as Sun became Darakarak, which gives differences with the spouse due to ego and its separating nature. Here it is also placed in Bhatrakarak Mars sign and aspect of Yatikarak moon is present. As explained earlier, Yatikarak and Bhatrakarak influence leads to unhappy and unsatisfactory married life. So it applies over here as well. Since Darakarak represents public image and in her case, Sun became her Darakarak, so it gave her fame as a great leader, confident, steadfast, and with high status. Apart from this, due to effect of Darakarak Sun, she had an egoistic and authoritative personality. Thank you.